Last week on Salty Tales.
This is always like a hold your breath moment. You never like to see your boat suspended in the air.
This is Chris, and I'm Cindy, and this is our salty dog Trooper and our salty kitty Stella, and we've got some salty tales to tell you. So make sure you continue watching and also click the subscribe button so you don't miss any in the future. All right, we are at the boat. I bumped my head on the travel lift, and this is what it looks like. Obviously, we were supposed to move it tomorrow on Chris's day off, but it's supposed to gust up to like 35-40 knots and potential thunderstorms, so that's not going to work. So we are hurrying we're going to do it tonight. We're hoping we get in before it gets dark into the new slip. So we'll see. Get excited, buddy.
Oh yeah, was that the noise you're talking about?
I don't think so, because that, whatever that is. Oh wait. Maybe? Boats. Alright, so I've got all the lines cut except one bow line and one stern line. And we're just warming everything up. The engine started right up. Ooh. That was loud. We want to measure the depth, but we couldn't measure it when it was out of the water. So
Best is like swimming underneath the boat where you got an area where you can touch the ground and measure down from it, and then you can calculate it.
the reason I make that face is because the water around here is not like the easiest to swim under your boat in. It's kind of gross. The joys of living in Connecticut. Alright. So this maiden voyage just kind of reminds me of what an amazing season we had with our first year with this boat last year, and just kind of gives me a little bit of hope and excitement for what's to come this year. We know that we're going to make some great memories, and it starts here with this maiden voyage.
gorgeous, so this was the right call. We're just a little nervous about coming in at night into the new slip. We noticed today the person that shares the other half of the slip, his boat is in. So we were hoping it wasn't, but that's why we want to do it tonight, because with, you know, storms and wind and all that tomorrow, it probably just wouldn't go very well. So we're a little rushed tonight, but we're going to get it done. And we're not going to do a slow ride. Once we get out of this channel, we are going to scoot on over there. So it shouldn't take us too long. Dark soon. We're going to be coming in the dark, but I don't regret the decision because it's really calm and it's a comfortable ride. Right, Captain?
That's right.
Coming in too, huh?
Good.
A little bit. I don't know why I always joke around though. That's my rapper name. Little bit. Little bit. Lilbit. Little bit. Chilly out. This exact wake from our boat has brought so much enjoyment to so many jet skiers and small boaters, but I see it as just like a path of our adventure, and I just love watching it, and I love watching the way our boat just kind of cuts through the ocean, and it's almost like we're conquering something on our adventure. I don't know, I'm getting a little sappy, but anyway. It ended up getting very dark. We did make it in safely. There was a little drama getting into the dock, but we sorted it out, and we had the most beautiful night cruise for our maiden voyage this season. And I just know that this voyage is just the beginning of so many amazing adventures that we're going to be having this year. So make sure that you click subscribe, click the like button, because that definitely helps us, but you're not going to want to miss out on this season's adventures, because we've got some great trips planned, and we're going to have a little humor mixed in too. So we're at the boat. We, even though it's raining, it's Chris's day off, so we figured we would get a couple projects done, but we mounted the pedestal for the table mount. Like that's mounted, but we haven't mounted the other part to the table yet, because the way this mount is set up, you can slide it, and technically if you look at it, like normally you would mount it the other direction, but we wanted to be able to slide it in and out this way, because now we can open the engine hatch without having to take the tabletop off. So we're pretty excited about how good this looks on the boat. Hi, how are you? Good.
Welcome.
Thank you. It looks, as Chris put it, yachty. It does. It looks like it's supposed to be there. So we're pretty excited. We're gonna get it mounted, and then we'll be able to just use our table. And Chris made fun of me for keeping this tape measure, and look what he's using. Cindy's tape measure in the junk drawer. That makes you happy, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, Cindy.
So we are very glad that we moved the boat last night. Even though it's not super windy today, it does look like there is a bit of a current, and it is yucky rainy. The only bad thing is when we were coming in, it was really hard to see. The boat next to us and us are like both really wide. We weren't coming in straight, and we did this to this very expensive yacht. So we were hoping he would be here today so we could talk to him in person. We haven't seen him, so clearly, obviously, we're going to fix it, and we're not going to do insurance because I don't know if you're all aware, but if you file an insurance claim, like, your insurance company can drop you. They can raise your rates. It can become virtually impossible to get boat insurance. We have a claim from a boat that got totaled out. It was actually not even our fault. The boat at the slip next to us let loose during a windstorm and knocked our boat around all night and totaled it. But we put it on our insurance because we didn't know any better, and we regret it now because it makes it really hard to get boat insurance. And because of all the hurricane recovery and hurricane damage, boats in Florida, the insurance companies are just getting really picky and more difficult to get insurance. So we're just going to pay for that. All right. So you got it all measured and ready?
Yep.
Nice. That table is going to look so good.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Get excited, Chris!
Oh yeah.
It's like everything goes wrong with a boat. Like something as stupid as the water filtration, the whole house water thing. It literally broke. So this piece broke off of that piece, like snapped off. And of course, to replace it, we have to buy a whole new system. And this system's over $100, but I did find it for $60. So it's just like nonstop.
I left the old filter in. Don't really know why. I just did, and there must have been some water in there, and it froze and expanded. And
is that what happened?
Probably.
All right. So yeah, now lesson learned. We don't leave the filter in there. Is this drying out or?
Yeah. Let's just get rid of that shelf because it's ballooned out from all the wetness.
Yeah, but we use it. It holds the garbage can in place. It holds... Nobody sees that. Once it's dry, it'll be fine.
Once it's blown out, it's always blown out.
Yeah, but nobody sees it. Ever.
All right, fine.
And that's a project that we don't need to do. Comment below if you and your spouse argue over stupid stuff like that, and make sure you stay tuned next week.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire.